Alright guys, today's topic is going to be on the likes of Dan Macy's very stylized videography, certain aspect of it anyways, and the likes of the Watchtower of Turkey. If you have seen either of these, there is a very sort of technical looking method of visual storytelling, and it's in the form of hyperlapse photography, videography, however you want to term it. And in this video today, we are going to go through the post-production workflow within After Effects. So without further ado, we're going to jump into that. If you have any questions as the video goes on, leave them down below and I will get back to you as soon as they hit my phone. Now this is a form of stop motion and a very stylized form of video in itself. I will be doing a tutorial on the actual practical shooting of this. Alright, so once you have your video, you will see what I have just now, and it is something like this. I was messing around with it. It's the first time I've ever done something like this, and I have learned a hell of a lot. The first one, I didn't shoot enough frames to actually make this work. It probably would have been a pretty sweet video if I had, and I learned a lot about the movement of the camera as well. And the last one, which you've already seen, it plays a lot smoother up until I mess around with the zoom, and then it jumps about all over the place. So to get them into your After Effects or whatever visual effects software you're using, you want to double click and bring import footage and your photos overall. Now you're probably wondering how to bring them in as a video themselves. It is really simple within After Effects. It doesn't work for you so long as you have the naming conventions correct, the likes of the brackets 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and so on. To do this, select all the photos that you want to bring in, right click them, and you can hit rename. Type in the name of the image, and because there will be duplicates of this, it will implement the numbering procedure itself, giving you a lot less hassle of going through, for this one, 110 images. You will also notice when you are in the importer, if you select one of the photos, it will automatically check importer JPEG sequence. This is what you want to happen. Then you hit import. I've already done this, and it creates your batch of photos in a singular file and your composition in correlation to that batch of photos. Once you've got it in the composition, you can do a number of things to edit to it. It creates it into a video sequence. If you have shot a little less on the images side of things, you can go into your composition settings and slowly your frame rate down. This expands your video overall, meaning that 12 frames are each second. This is generally the starting off point for majority of stop motion and animators. In general, it's a very quick way of creating motion in animation. If you want a lot smoother motion, you do the 24 images per second and a lot smaller movements in the frame itself. Kind of defeats the purpose of this style of imagery though. Generally you want to move your camera a foot or so forward, but that will be covered fully in the video that will be coming out probably next week. I will also show you in Lightroom how to do a batch render, and if you don't have Lightroom and you have the older versions of Photoshop, you can set up macros that do the exact same thing, which I'll do a tutorial on as well. Once you've got it in here, it's pretty much self-explanatory. You can apply warp stabilizer to stabilize out footage. Once you've done that, you can add to media encoder or render queue. Media encoder means that you can still work on other stuff within After Effects as it is running the render. However, render queue sometimes crashes because it's within the program that it's running off of. So once you've got that file, you can take it into Premiere, you can apply speed ramps over and above what you've already done within After Effects, and you can then do speed ramps, digital zoom ins to reinforce the zoom ins that you've done on practical photography. Yeah, it just increases the value of your B-roll, gives you a little bit more stylized imagery, and gives a wee difference compared to what other people are doing. If you have any comments, please leave them down below. Until next time guys, keep it real, hunt the thrill, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.